Coming up on Small Town Big Deal. Off you go.
We're off to one small town's annual icebreaker. How drilling down on a winter's day reels in new friends by the thousands.
Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jann Carl. We are in central Minnesota, also known as the land of 10,000 lakes.
And we are standing in the middle of one of those lakes. I think that's a show open first.
I think it is. Now, what has caused more than 10,000 people to join us out here in the dead of winter?
Certainly not the nice weather, but you're about to find out.
Oh man, that's a big one in that bag. Look at the fish.
It's crazy.
I describe it as magic.
It's awesome. It's a great feeling. It warms you up.
Today, Brainerd, Minnesota is a community that's just fine with being let out into the cold. Off you go.
That's because on the last Saturday in January, on the nearby frozen Gull Lake, you'll find thousands at the Brainerd JC's Ice Fishing Extravaganza.
No bites yet, but always hopeful.
Right when I put it down, it felt like it had a little nibble.
The annual event is known in some circles as the Super Bowl of ice fishing.
In fishing, of course, the word tackle means equipment like this. So at this Super Bowl, there's no need for concussion protocol.
But that's not to say the sport is without its risk, like exposure to the cold, or not enough of it.
Has there ever been a year where it was too warm and you couldn't be out here on the ice?
Yes, we have postponed it 3 times, so we push it 2 weeks back. We've never canceled, and 1 year we moved it to a different lake.
What's the minimum amount of ice you can have?
It's been approved on 14 inches, 16, 18, 20, anything basically over 14, as long as it's good quality ice.
To some, like me, the pace of ice fishing might make watching paint dry seem like supersonic flight.
But attendees say it's easy to get hooked, especially on this huge competition.
I like being out with the people that I spend time with. Catching the fish is fun, but getting quality time with your family and friends is even better.
It's a charity event. They raise lots of money. This is probably one of their biggest fundraisers of the year.
So the main beneficiary is Confidence Learning Center. They are an outdoor recreation facility for people with developmental and cognitive disabilities.
Contestants from all 50 states and several countries come to the small town of Brainerd, located about 100 miles northwest of Minneapolis.
The grand prize winner, that's the person that catches the biggest fish, gets to pick between 2 sweet rides.
They pick the GMC or the Ford. They go straight to the dealership and fill out the paperwork and pay the taxes and take it home.
So wait, you get to fish, your entry fee goes to charity, and you could win a truck? Okay, I'm gonna go get my license.
S&W is the place to get a fishing license around Brainerd, and just about anything else you might need to catch fish.
Colorful little jig.
Owner Sherry Wichter says the Ice Fishing Extravaganza is the ultimate icebreaker.
Everybody's in a good mood out there. It's a fun time on the ice.
Sherry is a local legend.
And the right person to ask for some tips.
Give us the 2 most important things we should remember.
Get that line down right away, and when you get a fish on there, set that hook. Get it out. You don't care what you're fishing for. You just want to fish.
So it doesn't matter what you catch?
No, it's all into size.
Wait, are you saying size matters?
Only if you want the truck. Right now, it just matters if you want to pry.
So we need to get outfitted. Can you help us? Oh, it's got a rattle spoon.
Right, it rattles.
You know what Rodney likes to do? He likes to say, here, fishy, fishy. I told him that doesn't work.
That doesn't work at all.
That doesn't work at all, see?
Can't hear you, you're no fishy, fishy,
My
fishy.
secret weapon.
That's the winning meal.
Next, we scoop up some bait. And then, the creme de la creme of our visit, the fishing license. Now, we're official.
The winning license. I can feel it.
Well, we've got a fishing license.
Yep.
You know, there's something else that every ice fisherman needs.
Or fisherwoman.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's a hole. Actually, lots of holes.
The day before the competition, dozens of volunteers are out on the lake doing a whole lot of drilling.
One of them is Juan Ornelas, top-notch JC volunteer, and who we'll call the Ice Fishing Extravaganza's unofficial drill sergeant.
So Juan, about how many volunteers do you have out here helping drill holes?
Today, we have about 30 just off the street volunteers.
30 for how many holes again?
Today about 16 to 18,000 holes.
30 guys, 18,000 holes? I can do the math on that. That's a lot of holes per guy.
So Juan's gonna trust us to give it a spin of our own.
So we're drilling, and we're drilling. Finally!
Perfect.
Thick ice. I feel safer.
But for Juan and the rest of the volunteers, no hole drill today can match the depths of their commitment to this community.
It's all about everything going back to the community. It's the wonderful thing hearing people saying that not that they can win something, but that their money is going to a good cause.
Okay, Juan's enthusiasm and love for his community, you know what? Nothing better than that.
Only 900 more to go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, they need some help. Let's go.
Hard work, commitment, love of community. When you connect the dots, there are many of the important things that keep towns like Brainerd a little more whole. Up next, ice fishing safely in 70 degrees? Yep, it's possible.
You're watching Small Town Big Deal! Woo!
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal. We're still fishing.
And wishing for the big one here in Brainerd, Minnesota.
Well, we found a company that adds a whole new dimension to ice fishing.
You know, you can see they're helping people warm up to the idea.
Today, we're at the JC's Ice Fishing Extravaganza in Brainerd, Minnesota.
Nearly $250,000 worth of cash and prizes are up for grabs, with the biggest prize going to the person reeling in the biggest fish. But the real winners are all the local charities that benefit from the funds raised.
We're only two of the more than 10,000 people braving the cold of a Minnesota winter's day to partake in this annual event.
We've been out here and it's 40 below with not even with the wind. I mean, it gets brutal.
The main thing is to have the proper clothing. You're not going to enjoy yourself if you get cold and freeze and your hands are numb and everything else.
But this year, temperatures are topping out in the low 30s, downright balmy for native Minnesotans.
But for us, not so much.
So I think I have on like 15 layers, scarf, hat, gloves, and electric socks on.
Electric socks?
Oh, what can I say?
Just the thought of ice fishing makes your blood run cold. Know that there are people working hard to warm you up to it.
What is the price range from a little bitty one to the more elaborate one?
Well, they run anywhere from like $7,900 to $48,000.
Wow.
Wow. Welcome to the modern ice house. There was a time when the term ice fish house meant old wooden shanties like these, but not anymore.
Ice Castle Fish Houses of Montevideo, Minnesota takes upscale living and puts it on ice.
The company of up to 150 employees manufactures fish houses and other wheelhouses, as they're called, 2,600 of them a year.
Jeff's son Brett gives us the cold and not so hard facts on what some might call hotel rooms on ice, and gives us a tour of one of their 43 different models.
And it's a queen size?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is luxury living on the ice.
So this whole compartment here will push out and open up the whole front end there.
So it makes it really roomy up there.
Yeah.
And then that couch kind of folds out to a bed.
Yeah, it's a jackknife sofa. Yeah. That's the shower and the toilet. So this is the full RV package. So it comes with running water, water heater.
All the comforts of home.
All the comforts of home, you bet.
They build everything at the factory from the ground up, from the electrical wiring to the cabinets. The ice houses come with a stovetop, flat screen TVs, and microwaves.
When you're in Minnesota, it's 30 below. What else can you, you know, now we can get the family out. So you're getting your wife, your kids involved. It's something to do. It's a great pastime. And if you catch a fish, bonus.
It can be 20, 30 below zero outside and a toasty 70 degrees inside.
Air conditioning is even available so the home can be used as a camper in the summer.
But the most distinguishing feature of the fish house has to do with its floors.
How many holes generally go in one that's an ice fishing one?
Standard is about 6.
6.
But then you get like, you know, our bigger ones, you know, our 28 footers, you know, some people put like 10 to 12 holes in them, you know.
And while Ice Castle Fish Houses is one of the sponsors of the extravaganza, the official rules are more old school. You see, you must fish outside during the 3-hour contest, so no fish houses allowed here today. Instead, contestants must brave the elements.
But for overnight accommodations near Brainerd, one of the best places to stay is the Grand View Lodge, which is also one of the extravaganza's sponsors.
It is a quintessential northern log lodge. It's what you want to see when you walk into a northern Minnesota resort or you know, something in the northern part of the United States.
It's like you've totally stepped back in time.
Wow.
But with all the modern cool stuff too.
Yeah.
The lodge is 100 years old and started as a summer resort. Today, its warm weather activities include horseback riding, golf, tennis, lake activities, and much more.
I mean, you look around, okay? We can't pretend that we're not in northern Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be warm.
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes we think the weather's job about 100 days a year is to try to kill us.
I bet.
So you got to fight back.
So, they started offering a variety of cool winter activities. And in addition to a year-round spa, they also built an 8,000-gallon hot tub.
But still, the crown jewel of the winter season is the Ice Fishing Extravaganza. Mark says for first-timers, it doesn't disappoint.
We've had people come in and they're just freaked out. It's so fun to see these people who've never experienced it. People come from probably 20 foreign countries every year to experience this.
Up next, things start to heat up on the ice as the fish start to bite.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal. Today we're all in at the Brainerd JC's Ice Fishing Extravaganza in Brainerd, Minnesota.
Nearly 12,000 are expected to attend this year's event on frozen-over Gull Lake. And for many, this ain't their first rodeo.
How many times have you come here? Why do you come? It's at least been, I would say, 12 to 15 times.
It's probably about our 20th year coming up here.
Coming out to this event about 27 years.
The event starts at noon, but anxious anglers have been lining up since 7 a.m. For these early risers, it's about scoring the best spot on the ice. They want first pick of those nearly 16,000 holes that were drilled a day earlier.
But longtime attendee Jeff Hutchison reveals some cold, hard facts about catching anything at the extravaganza.
This event is pretty much just luck. If you just happen to put your bait in front of the fish's mouth, you're going to catch one.
So are you feeling lucky, Rodney?
Not so much.
No?
No.
Come on.
But you know, even a blind hog gets an acorn every now and then.
Or a fish. It's some lucky bait, man.
We find our spot and bait up and hope we can beat the odds.
There you go.
Okay.
After all, the old fisher's saying, good things come to those who bait, could hold especially true for us today.
And whoever catches the biggest fish will pick up one of these 2 trucks and drive it home off the ice.
Drop those lines, and let's go get the big one today.
At last, the announcement we've all been waiting for.
Okay, before we go any further, time for full disclosure. I really like fishing, and I've done some fishing in my life. Okay, but not ice fishing. But still.
Here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
On the other hand, it's hard to think of Rodney, in fishing terms anyway, as the rod father.
While we wait, others are already reeling them in. Here's a guy walking by with his catch in that green bucket. Maybe I can strike a deal.
How much for the bucket?
Or maybe not.
He's off to the weighing tent where the fishing fortunate are lining up to have their catch weighed.
We're feeding him. I hope he grows about 3 pounds in the next 10 minutes.
The inside of the tent is a buzz of activity as judges measure official weights.
1 pound.
I'm having fish envy.
And it's all about catch and release today. After weighing, the fish are returned to the lake. A leaderboard outside displays weights in real time.
While we bid our time, waiting for just the slightest nibble.
I can tell you, if I catch a fish, it'll be an absolute miracle.
Well, our miracle on ice, we hope, shows up in the form of Brainerd High School senior Kyle Bear.
He's on the school district's fishing team. And here's a little fun fact. Fishing is one of the fastest growing high school sports in the U.S.
So we're a smaller town, but we've still got a lot of kids, and everybody up here loves to fish.
Kyle shows us his sonar equipment, and we can only hope this will do the trick.
Are those fish? No, they're not fish. Don't get too excited.
But after 20 minutes of sonar fishing, nothing clicks.
And with no action beneath the ice, at least for now, our attention turns to the activities happening on top of it. This day is about having fun as much as it is fishing.
Oh, they bug it.
Like this fun-loving group called WOW, or Women on Water. They're creatively raising money for breast cancer awareness.
It's any donation that you want to play bra pong. Did you try?
No, I haven't yet.
You should try.
I'm going to try it.
Come try it.
Okay.
Your object is take one of these balls, bounce it off the board, bounce it into a cup. There you go! Look at that! He's a pro!
If my ice fishing skills were even half as good as my bra pong skills, I'd be driving one of those new trucks home today.
Warren Arnold.
But at the end of the day, that honor goes to this fella.
All right, Warren Arnold. 8.29 pound eel pouch.
And like any fisherman, Warren's catch and first place win comes with a whale of a tail.
This is the first time actually fishing on ice, first time catching a fish on ice, and it's the biggest fish I've ever caught.
It just goes to show you, it's a competition anybody can win.
This is amazing.
Feels good?
Oh, this is great.
Oh, you look good in it.
Warren's victory lap on the ice marks the end of this year's extravaganza.
But rest assured, the love of ice fishing will cast its spell again like it has for years, alluring those who came today to return to the ice again next January.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Small Town Big Deal. I know you have. This has been your dream story, and you've been the queen of the ball tonight.
Maybe not because I didn't catch a fish, but I tell you, doing something I've never done before, super cool, and I love to fish. So, you know, that was kind of a good combo.
And we also got to learn about ice houses.
You know, I think maybe even you could enjoy ice fishing with me if I had the satellite dish, the football game, hot dogs.
Some of you in the audience would be glad to, I know. All of you probably.
I think that was a no. And who couldn't love, even if you were out here competing against him, the fact that Warren, who had never ice fished before, wins.
This is amazing.
I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jann Carl.
Join us again next week when once again we celebrate the great stories from across America.
Those could be earrings, you know. I'm just saying.
Actually, we do make earrings out of a lot of our spinners.
See? They make earrings out of their spinners. Don't be laughing, Roger.
I'm good.
How many holes you done today?
Over 700.